Shalom, shalom. This brother Kwamwala coming at you with another quick hit. This hit is going into the second wilderness. Before I start this lesson, I'd like to give all honor and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachakadash. Double honors to the elder apostles at Great Millstone who teach and rule well. Peace and blessings to the Hope elect out here trying to get themselves sealed. About to get into it. This is Ezekiel 20. 34. It says, "And I will bring you out from the people, and will gather you out of the countries where you are scattered with a mighty hand and with a stretched out arm and with fury poured out." Okay, and that's the deliverance of Israel out of Mystery Babylon, aka America. All right. I believe I'm going to go to a quick precept. I believe it's Jeremiah 23, 7. Yeah. Jeremiah 23 and 7. "Behold, the day is come, saith the Lord, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, that they shall no more say, the Lord liveth, which brought up the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt. But the Lord liveth, which brought and which led the seed," right? The seed of the house of Israel, which is the children of the prophets, okay, and the whole and the 1/3, all right. It says, "Out of the north country, and from all the countries whither I have driven them," all right, "and they shall dwell in their own land." All right, but before we make it to our own land, go back to Ezekiel. What is it, 20 and 35. Right, and it says, and I will bring you into the wilderness of the people, and there will I plead with you face to face." All right, real quick, the wilderness, where would it be most likely located? All right, I got a picture. Slovakia, right here. All right, South America, okay? You see South America? You read. Okay. Okay, we still in there. All right. As you can see where the nuclear sites, that's the red. Okay, so when a war happens, the countries try to shoot for where they know where it would be a nuclear or war arsenal, weaponry, or anything that the country has. So we have to be moved out of the way of those red dots, and more than likely we'll be dropped right back. Begin descended down into South America. Okay, and that would be the wilderness. All right. All right, back to Ezekiel 20 and 35. "And I will bring you out into the wilderness of the people, and there will I plead with you face to face." Okay, him pleading with us is us getting purged out. All right, it says, "And I will cause you to pass under the rod, and I will bring you into the bond of the covenant." All right, "and I will purge out among you the rebels." And me personally, if I see somebody going against the Lord, Yahweh Shai, after he beamed us up and all that, and you motherfuckers talk about you still need this, I'm going to personally knock your ass out myself, man. All right? I hope the Lord don't be mad. It says, "And I will purge out from you the rebels, and them that transgress against me. I will bring them forth out of the country where they sojourn, and they shall not enter into the land of Israel. And you shall know that I am the Lord, Yahweh Shai." Okay, so it's going to be another purging process like it did in the ancient times. Okay, I'm going to go to, because we always bring the scripture up when it's when the same role play out again. All right, I'm going to go to Ecclesiastes 3 and 16. It says, "And moreover, 15. That which has been is now, and that which is to be has already been, like the wilderness, and Yahweh requires that which is past, so it has to happen again. All right, this is the second. It's gonna be a second Exodus, the second wilderness. All right, so I'm gonna go to Numbers, because I'm gonna go to the first wilderness. So Numbers 11:1. And it says, and when the people complained, it displeased the Lord Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai. And the Lord heard it, and his anger was kindled. And the fire of the Lord Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai burned, burnt among them, and consumed them that were in the uttermost parts of the camp. And the Lord was killing them. It says, and the people cried unto Moses, and when Moses prayed unto the Lord Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai, the fire was quenched, and he called the name of the place Taberah, because the fire of the Lord burnt among them, and the mixed multitude that was among them fell a lusting. Okay, and that's one thing you got to understand. They was lusting after the things that was behind. All right, and the Lord ain't got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. We pushing towards the mark, man, not the mark of the beast. The finish line, all right, into our own land, all right. It says, and the children of Israel who wept again and said, who shall give us flesh to eat? All right. It said, verse 5, we remember the fish which we did eat in Egypt freely, the cucumbers and the melons and the leeks and the onions and the garlic. All right. They was missing what Egypt had to offer them, and they didn't think that the Lord could offer them anything better. All right, it says, but now our souls are dried away, because they ain't had that shit. It says, there is nothing at all besides the manna before our eyes. And that wasn't enough for you? What? All right, so, and the manna was as a chorus seed, and the color thereof as the color of a bellum. And the people went about, all right, let me catch up. And the people, and the people went about and gathered it, and ground it into meal, or beat into a mortar, and baked it into pans, and made cakes of it, and the taste of it as the taste of fresh oil. All right. I'm gonna jump to verse 18. It says, and they say unto the people, sanctify yourselves yourselves against tomorrow, and you shall eat flesh, because they was moaning and groaning because they didn't have their proper food to them. But as far as the Lord got you, the Lord gonna give you what he want to give you. All right, it's not up to you. You're the clay. All right, he gonna fashion you how he wants you to be fashioned. All right, I'll read verse 17. Verse 18. Again, it says, and they say unto the people, sanctify yourselves against tomorrow, and ye shall eat flesh. For you have wept in the ears of the Lord Yahweh Shai, saying, who shall give us flesh to eat? For it was well with us in Egypt. Therefore the Lord Yahweh Shai will give you flesh, and you shall eat it. Okay? You shall not eat 1 day, nor 2 days, nor 5 days, neither 10 days, nor 20 days, but even a whole month, until it's out of your nostrils, and it be loathsome unto you, because that ye have despised the Lord Yahweh Shai, which is among you, and have wept for him before him, saying, why came we forth out of Egypt? So the Lord said, he's gonna feed you so much that the food gonna fill out your nostrils, man. And it says, and Moses said, the people among him, and Moses said, the people among who I am are 600,000 footmen, and they are said, I will give them flesh to eat. I will give them flesh that they may eat a whole month. Shall the flocks and the herds be slain for them to suffice them, or shall all the fish of the sea be gathered together for them to suffice them? And the Lord said unto Moses, is this the Lord's hand that waxed short? Thou shalt see now whether my word shall come to pass or not, or unto thee or not. And Moses went out and told the people the word of the Lord Yahweh Shai, and they gathered the 70 men and the elders of the people, and set them round about the tabernacle. And the Lord came down in a cloud and spake unto him, and took the spirit that was upon him, and gave it unto the 70 elders. And it came to pass that when the spirit rested upon them, they prophesied and did not cease, man. But there remained two of the men in the camp of the one Elad, and the name of the other Medad, and the spirit rested upon them, and they were of them that were written, but went not up to the tabernacle. They prophesied in the camp. All right. Now I want to get to where I'm at. Salakia. I'm gonna jump to verse 33 right quick, just to get to the points. It says, and there went forth a wind from the Lord, Yahweh Yahushai, and brought quails from the sea, and let them fall by the camp, and as it were a day journey on the side, and a whole bunch of it, man. It was a whole day's journey all up the side, and as it were a day journey on the other side, round about the camp, and it were 2 cubits high upon the face of the earth, man. It was a whole bunch of them. And the people stood up all that day, and all that night, and all the next day, and they gathered the quails. He that gathered least gathered 10 homers, and they spreaded them all abroad for themselves round about the camp. And while the flesh was yet between their teeth, it was chewed. The wrath of the Lord Yahweh Shai was kindled against the people, and the Lord smote the people with a very great plague. And he called the name of that place, I cannot pronounce that, Salakia, I'll try, Kibratava, because they were buried, the people that lusted, man. Alright? That's what happened. Now I'm going to go to, Salakia, bear with me. Psalm 78, because David talked about this. Alright? Real quick. Psalm 78 and 27. Alright? Psalm 78 and 27. And he rained flesh also upon them as dust, and feathered fowls like as the sand of the sea. And he let it all fall in the midst of their camp round about their habitations, Salakia. So they did eat and were well fed, for he gave them their own desires. They were not estranged from their lust, but while their meat was in their mouths, the wrath of Yahweh came upon them, and slew the fattest of them, and smote down the chosen men of Israel. For all this they sinned still, and believed not for his wondrous work. Now, how do you do that? The Lord literally leads you out of a whole country, save you, feed you with manna, feed you with all this other stuff, and you see this stuff and you still don't believe, man. But that's just go to say it's going to happen again. There's going to be some unbelieving ass Israelites that end up getting beamed up, then go to the wilderness, and you're going to get purged out, man. What's wrong with y'all, man? But it's supposed to happen, honestly. You know? I'm going to go to I'm gonna read verse 32. It says, for all this they sin still, and believe not for his wondrous works. All right, wondrous works. Therefore their days did he consume in vanity, and their years in trouble. When he slew them, then they sought him, and they returned and required early after him. So you have to put fear in people. All right, so they can turn and walk aright, man. And that's what happened with us. Coming to let me see if I can find that. Jude. One and 23. It says others saved with fear, okay? pulling them out of the fire, hating even the garment spotted by flesh. All right, so he saved others with fear. He puts fear in you even to save you, man. That's how much he loves you. All right, man. All right, I'm gonna go to second Ezra 9:22. All right, one of my favorite scriptures. It says, "Let the multitude perish then, which was born in vain, and let my grape be kept." I see the multitude is going to be that the 2/3 mainly, and then you're going to have the rest that fall away during the wilderness. All right, because they can't make it into the kingdom. All right. It says, "And my plant, for with great labor have I made it perfect." How? By purging it. Because if you know anything about plants, a lot of people pinch the middle of it or strip a leaf or clip the leaves. That's purging it. All right, but it helps the plant and it helps it grow better. And that plant is the elect. Okay. I'm gonna go to Matthew 6:25 because when you if Lord willing we make it to that stage, and you get that type of thought, man, I don't see how you're gonna do it. But if you do, I got these precepts lined out. That's why you keep the precepts. The scriptures say wisdom shall be the stability of thy time. And it really is keeping the precepts. All right. I'm gonna go to Matthew 6:25. It says, "Therefore I say unto you, take no thought for your life, what you shall eat or what you shall drink." This is what you should be thinking about. "Nor yet for your body, what you shall put on it. Is not life more than meat, and the body more than raiment?" Right? "Behold, the fowls of the air, for they sow not, neither do they reap, nor gather into barns, yet your heavenly Father feedeth them." All right, that's an example. You could be out here walking around, whatever. If the Lord know you hungry, the Lord is going to feed you. All right? It says, "Are you not much better than they? Aren't you better than some fowls?" Right. It says, Salaki, keep reading. "Which of you by taking thought can add 1 cubit unto his stature?" Nobody right now. It says, why take ye thought for a raiment? Consider the lilies of the field, how they grow, and they toil not, neither do they spin. And yet I say unto you that even Solomon in all his glory was not arrayed like one of these, man. All right? And who taking care of them? The Lord. It says, "Wherefore if Yahweh so clotheth the grass of the field, which today is, and tomorrow is cast into the oven, shall he not much more clothe you, O you little of faith?" See, that's the ones that's going to be, because the Lord said, when I come back, shall there be faith. All right? Now, if you ain't got no faith in him, he don't got nothing to do with you. You sitting up there talking shit in the wilderness, or even in your mind, he going to know he going to make it come out your lips so you can get judged. All right? I'm going to go to, keep reading. "Therefore take no thought, saying, what shall we eat, or what shall we drink, or wherewithal shall we be clothed?" Don't take no thought in that. All right, man, the Lord got you. "For after these things do the Gentiles seek, for your heavenly Father knoweth that what you have need before all these things." All right? "But seek ye the kingdom first of Yahweh and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you." And that's the most important thing. All right? Seek the kingdom first, and the Lord got you. Seek it in your mind, and the Lord got you in your mind. All right? I'm going to go to 2 Kings to bring out this account where you got to have, what was this dude? He didn't have faith, or he didn't believe, but it's a little lengthy, but we're going to get into it. 2 Kings. Second Kings, what is that? 7:1. I'll start there. We're just gonna be jumping around. It says, Then Elisha said, Hear ye the word of the Lord, Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai. Thus saith the Lord, Tomorrow about this time shall a measure of fine flour be sold for a shekel, and 2 measures of barley for a shekel in the gates of Samaria. Then the Lord on whose hand the king leaned answered the man of Yahweh and said, Behold, if the Lord will make windows in heaven, might this be? And he said, Behold, thou shalt see it with thine eyes, but shall not eat thereof. All right. So the Lord said that you won't eat. The man won't eat. All right, because he questioned it. It says, and there were 4 leprous men at the entering in of the gate, and they said one to another, Why sit we here until we die? If we say we will enter into the city, then the famine is in the city, and we shall die there. And if we sit still here, we die also here. We die also. Now therefore come, let us fall into the host of Syrians. If they save us alive, we shall live, and if they kill us, we shall but die. So they was just risking it all, 50-50, fuck it. All right. Keep reading. And they rose up in the twilight to go unto the camp of the Syrians, and when they came up into the uttermost parts of the camp of the Syrians, behold, there was no man there. For the Lord had made the host of the Syrians to hear a noise of the chariots, and of a noise of the horses, even the noise of a great host. So the Lord put a noise in the ears of the Syrians, and they fled because they thought it was about to be a great battle, and they wasn't strong enough. All right. It says, and they said to one to another, Lo, the king of Israel hath hired against us the king of the Hittites and the king of the Egyptians to come upon us. Wherefore they arose and fled into the twilight, and left their tents and their horses and their asses, even the camps as it was, and fled for that. They ran for their damn life. All right. I'm gonna read verse. I'm gonna keep going. And when these lepers came to the uttermost parts of the camp, they went into one tent and did eat and drink, and carried them silver and gold and raiment, and went and hid it, and came again and entered into another tent and carried this also, and went and hid it. Then they said one to another, we do not well. This day is a day of good tidings, and we hold our peace. If we tarry till the morning light, some mischief will come upon us. Now therefore come, that we may go and tell the king's household. So they came and called unto the potter of the city, and they told them, saying, we came to the camp and the Syrians, and behold, there was no man there, neither voice of a man, but horses, as tied, and the tents as they were. And he called the potters, and they told the king's house within. And the king arose in the night and said unto the servants, I will now show you what the Syrians have done to us, that they know that we be hungry, therefore are gone out of the camp to hide themselves in the fields, saying, when they come out of the city, we shall catch them alive and get into the city. All right. I'm going to keep reading. And one of his servants answered and said, let some take, I pray thee, 5 of the horses that remain, which are left in the city. Behold, they are all as the multitude of Israel that are left in it. Behold, I say, that are even as all the multitude of the Israelites that are consumed, and let us send and see. And they took thereof 2 chariots and horses to the king, and sent after and rose the Syrians, saying, go and see. And they went after them into Jerusalem. Lo, all the way was full of garments and vessels which the Syrians had cast away in their haste. And they was just throwing shit while they was running. And the messengers returned and told the king, and the people went out and spoiled the tents of the Syrians. So a measure of fine flour and sold shekel, and 2 measures of barley and shekel, according to the word of the Lord Yahweh Shai. All right. And the king appointed to the Lord, on whose hand he leaned, to have the charge of the gate, and the people trode upon him. All right, let her read it. Him in the gate, and he died, as the man of Yahweh said. Right, the man prophesied that. All right. So I'm gonna keep reading it. Who spake when the king came down to him, and it came to pass, as the man of Yahweh had spoken to the king, saying, 2 measures of barley a shekel, and a measure of fine flour for a shekel shall be tomorrow about this time in the gate of Samaria. But really, I'm gonna stop it here, man, because really I read all this really to get to the point where the man died. You know, he got trolled, he got stampeded. Man, the Lord said he wasn't even gonna eat. All right, just for talking shit. All right. So basically, all in all, if you make it to the wilderness, trust in the Lord still, man. I don't see what would make you think, even after reading the first time that it happened, knowing that it could happen again, keep your shit together, keep it straight, man. Keep it all the way with yourself until, man. If matter of fact, if you're not even all the way with yourself, you're gonna die. All right. Now I can't say no more. I'm gonna close out. Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rachakadash. Double honors to the elder apostles again at Great Millstone who rule well. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect. Shalom.